Hi friends, I got the new DANESSA MYRICKS palette in the other day. It's the Lightworks Volume 7 Freedom palette, and I'm very excited about it. And I thought, hey, I actually have a lot of new products in recently, and I wanted to make a get ready with me video for you using all my new and new-ish products. So if you want to see this palette and see how this look turns out, stick around. Friends, ooh, look at this beautiful, beautiful palette. I kind of regret not getting the one from last year, and I hope she comes up with it again. But I do have a short out with all the swatches, so I'm not gonna bore you and swatch them here. I'm just gonna say I've had this for about since Monday, and I've used this one and this one so far, and today I want to use this one. I'm even wearing like a little gray thing, and I'm very excited to use this one. I'm obsessed. I love DANESSA MYRICKS and I'm obsessed, but I digress. I also have the new Hy-Glam, NATASHA DENONA Hy-Glam foundation, which I have a video up on. You can take a look. I have the new Dior highlighter in, what is this one? 003 Pearly Peach Glow. I have these new powders that I have not used on camera yet, but I have been using in real life. I have this Tarte palette. It's new to me. It's not new in general, so I'm thinking about that. I obviously have the new Hourglass palette, which I'm also loving, and I have the VANNGO bronzer that I'm thinking of using. I have the new, well, it's not new, but it's newer to me, Physicians Formula Butter Glow and Go palette in the light, I think, I believe, peachy pink, whatever, you get the point. And that is it for the new things, newish. So let's get into the look. I'm going to start off with the Merit Oil Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. My eyes are going. This is not new, but I forgot I had it, so I haven't used it. So I've kind of let my YouTube channel go a little bit because I started a TT account, and that's been taking up most of my time. But recently I've been inspired to kind of get back into my roots, my YouTube. I love my YouTube channel. I love the time I spend on it, but I just haven't really gone out and purchased anything new, and I know it gets kind of stagnant when, oh, by the way, I digress. NATASHA DENONA N7 gets kind of boring for people to watch when you're just using old stuff, so I kind of let it go a little bit, but it's okay. I'm back in, and I sat down and I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Pretty much everybody's in the same boat these days, where the economy kind of isn't all that great. Nobody's making them, the inflation is insane, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to, it's okay if I'm not buying the latest and greatest. I'm just going to do me. I'm just going to film my videos, and whoever likes it, whoever doesn't, doesn't. That's not to say that I won't be shopping, and I'm just looking in my mirror right here and getting new things, but I'm giving myself grace, and I'm saying it's okay if I don't get the latest and greatest releases. I don't have much PR sent to me, so I do purchase a lot of things myself, and if I do get PR, it's mostly skincare, which I love, and I'm very grateful. But makeup is not something that comes to me, and I am okay with that as well. It's fine. It's not why I started this channel. I started this channel because I love makeup, and using my old tried and true Armani Power Fabric concealers. Love them. I actually just recently ran out of my Say concealer, which is nice, but I'm trying to use up as much product as I can because the Sephora sale is coming up, and I have some things in my cart. Speaking of shopping, I have some things in my cart, and I have some recommendation. There's a recommendation video coming your way, friends, as well. Yeah, let's get a little bit. Yeah, so to continue, I am not going to stop shopping for makeup because that would be silly, but I'm also okay not getting everything new. And I'll give you for example, the new YSL blush palette came out, and I was so interested in that, right? I didn't do any research, and I was like, I must have this palette, I need it, blah blah blah. And just as I was about to, it was in my Sephora cart, and just as I was about to hit purchase, it became unavailable and in-store only. I was like, shucks, whatever, it is what it is. I'm gonna go into store, get it in store. And then I saw Babs Beauty post it, and she was like, well, these are not new blushes and they're not new highlighters. And she pretty much said what's in it, and I have 2 of the blushes and 2 of the highlighters. So it's like kind of fate drew me away from it, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna buy a palette because it's new and exciting just for the review when I have all the products, most of the products rather. This smells, oh my god, I love the way Physicians Formula products smell. So yeah, but I do want some things from the YSL holiday collection, and I've been saving up, so we'll see what my shopping cart looks like. Beautiful this product looks. I'm also going to use the blush from this one. It's in a pinky tone and cool toned, so I'm gonna go in. Look at how pretty that is. Look at the glow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Okay. So this is gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, let's go in and set my makeup, and we're gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible Blur-Fection in, where is the color of this thing? This is the light pink one, and it's 10 light pink, and we're going to use that under the eyes, friends. The only thing I don't love about this product is the way it comes out. Once you get really low, which is what I have with the other color that I'm going to use for the rest of my face, once you get really low, it's very difficult to bring it out. And so this is what I mean. I have very little, I have very little product left in here. So for me to have it come out in the amount that I need is very, very difficult. So that is the only thing that I'm kind of not particularly loving, but otherwise it's all good. And I'm gonna tell you that this product really does blur the pores. I mean, your pores are never gonna go away. There's no magical cream or remedy that will shrink your pores. Your pores are the way that they are, and they will always be. The most you can do is blur them with powder, and this is great. And we've all cried about the Givenchy powder going out. This is a very, very nice close second. I saw Tati mention the Catrice powder, the trio, and I will try that next, but so far this L'Oreal Infallible one works magic for me. All right, I did my eyebrows, but let's get into some powder blush. I'm going to use, since we're gonna do a cool look, I'm going to use, this is not very cool, but I think I'm gonna use like slightly, like a light touch of this color because it's the coolest toned blush in all of the land in this palette. I'm just gonna tap, and just tap it on a little bit. Look how pretty that is. Ooh, mama likey. Okay. All right, and now we're gonna go in with a powder bronzer, and I am not going to do too much because I feel like I did pretty good. And this is a very warm bronzer, which is fine, but maybe not so much for today's look, but it's okay. I wanted to use it. Okay, now while I do my my eyes, I want to kind of sort of chisel out my cheek, and I'm going to use this powder right here, even though I like to use a loose powder. I don't have a new one, so I'm just gonna kind of do that. What do we think? I don't know if that did anything, but I prefer to actually use my RMS powder. I'm actually gonna go and grab that because this is not doing much for me. All right, mixed in with the new, we have an oldie but a goodie, and this is the RMS, the original no color powder, and it's perfect for, we're back to baking, because I've been really feeling this chiseled jaw look. And you know my feelings on the powder bronzers sneaking down my face. I don't like that. I like to keep everything up because, as Jacqueline loves to say, I am on my 4th floor and I don't need to aid gravity in the drooping, you know what I mean? So I kind of do that, and I let the sideburns, the bakkenbarde, sit and marinate on my face. And we're going to, ooh, this new lens, I can't get used to it. We're going to go in with the palette and start on this. Okie dokie. Okay, while I was sitting here, I decided that I'm going to do 2 different eyes because I want to use both the blues and the other colors. So I'm going to do, I'm gonna do one eye with these and one eye with these, and both of them are going to be my little halo eye. You know how much I love that. So first and foremost, we're going to start each eye with this little color for blending, and I'm actually, being the genius that I am, I'm going to use the mirror that comes with the palette, which is right here. Okay, this I'm going to use as my blending color, and that's going to go all over the lid. And just so you guys know, I'm sure if you follow me for a while, you know that I have hooded eyes, and I feel that for my eyes, the best type of look is always a halo eye. That's just from what I feel like I like on me. So that's what I do. Now we're going to go in to this gray one, and we're going to start mapping out our halo eye. So I always start with the inner corner because I feel like it sets me up for how the eye is gonna look. I want to tell you that having used this palette for this past week, it is very pigmented. I'm going to pull this part out a little bit, and I'm going very, very lightly. Let me see if I can move you in. This lens doesn't really move, but it's okay. I think you guys can see. I'm doing very light applications, and I'm going to blend in between because I don't want to come out with like a black and blue eye, you know what I mean? This is just what works for me. I'm tapping very lightly into the eyeshadow pan itself, and then I'm blending in between. The next color will be black, so we have to make sure we have a really diffused base down. And I think I am ready for the black. Now I'm very nervous about the black, so I'm going to take a smaller brush. Look at that, I lightly tapped it in, and again I'm going to start with the inner corner. Look at that, it's very, very pigmented, so but it blends out well, and I'm going to use the previous with the brush with the gray to blend it out. It blends out very well, so you know, be nervous but don't be nervous, you know what I mean? Put a little bit of gray on there just to blend it out. I don't want too much black. And then I'm going to go in with the blues and see. So what I'm doing in this case is I take my pencil brush and I kind of tap it on and then pull it out. So just so you know, this is how lightly I tap the black. That's it. It's very, very pigmented, very pigmented. If you remember, and then I'm gonna go on top of that. If you remember NATASHA DENONA's black, I don't know if that still exists, it's more pigmented than that, in my opinion. Okay, and I'm gonna put slightly a little bit on the lower lash just to balance it all out. Okay, now I'm going to go into this beautiful blue right here. Look how pretty that is. And I'm going to use a flat brush to kind of pack it on the sides. And I know the finger is best, but we'll try on a brush first, because I don't know if I want like too much of the pigment on my eye, even though I'm gonna blend it out with my finger. Now on the other side, it is an extremely, again, I'm going to say it again, it's a very pigmented palette. So not, in my opinion, beginner friendly, but very beautiful. Okay, let's go in back and get the gray and blend around the blue. And then another one, I'm going to put a little more blue on with my finger Blend it out. A little bit more. Okay, and now I'm happy with the way that came out. Actually, no, I'm not super happy with it. I'm gonna put in a little bit gray over here because I feel like some of it got erased. Okay, this is one of those looks that you'd wear to like a very gaudy wedding. I saw somebody on Instagram posting, I'm going to a gaudy wedding. I need a black and silver glitter smoky eye. So this is a take on that. Okay, now I'm going to go in to this beautiful, beautiful, look at that, color. I'm getting really, okay. Let's go in and see how that's gonna look. Yes, queen. Look at that. Oh, come on, can you even? I'm gonna put a little bit more of the dark blue on the sides of the, oh yes. Look how beautiful that looks. Let me do a little bit more blending with this initial color around the eye. I didn't take too much. And I'm perfectly happy with it. So let me go do the mascara and we'll move on to the next eye. I felt like this I needed a Boom lash, so I went in and I used my, where is it? Tarte extensions, what are they called? Tubing lash primer with Little Lash Princess, is that what it's called? Lash Princess by Essence. Okay, to save time, I already did the same thing I did on this eye to prep for the halo, and now we're just gonna go in and we're gonna use this dark one for the sides, for the edges, if you will. And I'm gonna use my finger this time. And this is such a, I mean, this whole palette is just insanely beautiful. All right, and we're going to blend it out in a little bit. First, I'm gonna lay it down on the sides to make sure I have it the way I want it. So we laid it down on the sides. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in and I'm going to blend it out. And I'm gonna use the brush we used before. I just need to clean it up from the blue. Okay, and I'm going to blend it out with the gray. Blend it in with the gray. And same on this side. I want to add a little bit more on over here. And now I'm going to go in with this color. Why is it so? And this one is gorgeous. Look at that. And we're gonna put that in the center. Ooh, silver. I'm gonna put in a little bit more of the darker one here. And then we're gonna go in and intensify the black that's in the inner corner and the outer corner. Because some of that was a lost. Okay, Then we're gonna go in and put in some more gray around. And then, where's my blendy? The blending color. And that's gonna go around. Now you're gonna have some fallout because that's just normal. I am super happy with this look. Let's go and finish off the mascara and come back to finish off the face. The eyes are done and I'm so impressed with this palette. Honestly, I'm obsessed, but you will have fallout. It's glitter. So to get rid of my sideburns, I'm gonna go in with the powder. I normally go in with my Hourglass trio, but this is fine. And this will also help me get rid of the extra glitter that was there. Okay. All right. And I'm going to kind of melt everything together. And that is it for the face, except for my highlighter. I'm going to go in with the new Dior. It is in 003 Pearly Peach Glow. It is the new one. And I'm going to use these two. It's the coolest in the bunch. Look at how pretty that is. And I don't want too much highlighter, just enough to give it a little je ne sais quoi. Okay, for the lips, I don't want anything crazy, so I'm going to use this e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner in this lip. You know, this one doesn't have a color on it, which is very weird because some of them have a color on it, the name of the color on it, and some of them don't. But this is like just a light, your lips but better kind of thing. And I just want to kind of just outline the lips a little bit. The eyes are really crazy. Nothing too mucho. And for my lipstick, I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And I got the little baby because it came in the set. And it's Pinky Peachy. And that is okay. And for the gloss, I'm going to use the MAC Lip Gloss Air in Behaved. And that is it, my friends. What do we think? Do we love it or do we love it? I had such a fun time playing with this palette. I am absolutely in love with it. I love the NATASHA DENONA foundation. I've already told you that. I love the blush and bronzer. I love all my makeup, actually. There hasn't been a dud in a while, but I appreciate you guys for being here. Remember, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.